video. Then it says choose your virtual background. Click the plus button to add an image. Then choose your photo. Click open. That's it, you're done. Congratulations! Hi, I'm Jamie.
Jamie, are you investing in the stock market?
Yes,
So you have stock market accounts?
yes, I have COL and 2 Sun Life.
Wow, so you have 3?
Mm-hmm.
Know how much that would be in the future?
It will be more than 50 million.
Wow.
Come to It's Time Stock Market and we will teach you everything. Hey there!
I'm JJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my mom, Miss Joy Tayaban!
So, are you ready?
I'm JJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for giving me my own travel fund. You should give your kids their own travel funds too. It's time.
I'm JJ.
I'm Dan.
I'm Jack.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time.
What makes us different? The branding of our team is
Canada Geese were the happiest and the most positive team in the entire industry. And of course, that's just my branding. I'm not really claiming that we're the only one that's happy or positive. I'm just branding my team that way because our formula is happiness equals success. Since I've been practicing law of attraction for over 10 years already, I try to influence my team to think the same way, behave the same way. I tell them that if you want to be successful, you ought to be happy in all aspects of your life. So that's what we do. For me, it's very important that we feel happy and content and grateful for every little blessing that we have. Our culture is gratitude. We do have this gratitude journal because that's also what I do with my family. With my family, I ask my kids to write down 5 grateful things in the morning because that sets your mood and your vibration to start the day. When you're grateful, you can't be complaining. When you're grateful, you can't be sad. The feeling of gratitude actually opens up the pathway to more blessings. So you start your day being grateful. The moment that you open your eyes, you already thank God for your life because it's a new day, it's a new opportunity for you to start anew. You start your day like that, feeling grateful and all. And you're happy and you're excited to expect blessings, you're excited to love more, do more, begin your day. So that's what we do with our family and in my team as well. So I'm so lucky that my team, all these millennials, are really following me. Probably because they see the good in what I teach them. And last year we produced 4.6 M. And to qualify as a AAA unit, you need to produce 4 million. And we did that. And it was because of the effort of the whole team. I would like to again thank my whole team, the Canada Geese team, for bringing me here. Everyone, I'm going to teach you how to use a GCash app to pay off your insurance policies. First, you need to download the GCash app, and if you don't have one yet, just use my QR code so we both get an incentive. And once you've downloaded the app, find the icon on your phone and tap on it to open. Type in your password. Tap on the upper left hand and link your account so that you can fund. I'm using BPI, so click on BPI and it'll tell you to get verified first. When you click on that, it'll give you an instruction on how to get verified. Assuming you already have a balance here on your GCash account, you're ready to now make payments on your insurance. So click on Pay Bills and click on Insurance. Scroll down to the very bottom to see Sun Life of Canada, Philippines. And when you click on that, it's gonna ask for how much you want to pay, and your account number will be your policy number and then email address. And on this page, I'll just make you confirm the details of your payment. So if everything is okay, just click confirm. That's how you pay off your insurance policies through GCash app.
I'm JJ.
I'm Jam.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my mom, Miss Joy Tayaman!
My name is JJ.
My name is JM.
My name is Jack. My name is Jay.
And my name is Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Financial House.
So, are you ready?
Invest in the stock market so that you'll become rich.
I know it's unconventional, it's not traditional, but it works. Plan, secure.
Hi guys, I'm Joey. I'm here to show you how cool our Sun Life PH app is. If you're a policyholder, make sure you download this app so you can access your policy anytime, anywhere. So go to Google Play Store or App Store and search for Sun Life PH to download the app. Once done, open the app. Its icon looks like this. Click that and click My Account. Since you're new, you need to register first. Make sure you have your policy number ready. After registration, you should receive an activation email like this one, so just follow the instructions there. When everything is set, you're now ready to log in to your account. Once logged in, you'll be able to view your policy details, like you may add here your photo or the nickname of your policy. And if you click the fund value, it would show you the current NAV pool of the different funds of Sun Life. Ours is usually 100% index, so you would see it's only at 1 peso and 9 cents, so it's perfect to buy and add some more. And when you navigate to service request, you can see the different services offered on the app, like filing a claim, updating your contact info, or mailing address. And lastly, the last icon will show you if you have some notifications. So that's it. I hope that this short tutorial has empowered you to have that sense of control over your own Sun Life policies. If you're my clients, I do have my own exclusive FB group for you. Feel free to join so that you can be updated from time to time on what's going on. Here are my contact details. Website is sunsyjoey.com. My FB personal account is joeymj, or facebook.com/jmjfamily. My two pages are Sunsy Joey and It's Time, and of course my exclusive group for you entitled My Sun Life Valued Clients. So live brighter with Sun Life. It's time.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time.
You gotta say no to temptation. I was reading the book of my friend Jesse Teaba this morning, and he was saying, you know, we make excuses for giving in to temptation. You know, when guys commit adultery, you know what they say? They say in Tagalog, paano ba naman kung ang palay na ang lumalapit sa manok? In English, you know, when the rice goes near the chicken. Tama? That's right. But hey, manok ka ba? Are you a chicken? I could have said that as a married guy. I could have said that in the early years of my married life. Well, what can I do? Guapo. You know, there are women who come and they're attracted to me. Well, what can I do? What can I do? I could have gone to the easy path, but I decided I'm going to obey God and I'm going to trust Him. That one day I'm going to have a harvest. I'm going to have a great harvest. You know, adultery, we laugh about it, but it creates so much pain in this world. Not only with a spouse that gets violated, but the children and the example that you give. And if there's some people here who have fallen into adultery, I speak God's forgiveness to you. You can start anew. You can change today.
My name is JJ.
And I am Jam.
And I'm Jack. And I'm Jay.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Energy.
Joey MJ and her husband are both graduates of law from St. Louis University in Baguio. The whole family is into public speaking, giving their signature talk, It's Time.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome my mom, Miss Joey Tayama!
Hi guys, I'm Joey and welcome to It's Time Library. I'm here to show you that there are super affordable life insurance that you can get for the entire family. In keeping up with their mission to achieve financial freedom for all Filipinos, Sun Life has teamed up with Lazada to offer affordable insurance for the entire family. Important note, this offer is exclusive to Lazada members only. When you log into Lazada, search for Sun Life and click on the Sun Life flagship store that would pop out among the choices. It'll then take you to Sun Life store where you can see all the products being offered. We have two categories, Life Armor and Family Armor. Life Armor is for single people who have no dependents yet. At 25,000 coverage, you can buy as much as 4 of these for a total of 100,000 coverage for yourself. For Family Armor, we can only have one of each variant, Family Armor 1, 2, 3, and 4. Life Armor is only 100 pesos for 25,000 coverage. Again, you can buy at most 4 so that your coverage can be as much as 100,000. Family Armor 1 is only 200 pesos and this is for the principal and his or her children up to 21 years old. Coverage is 50,000 for the principal and 12,500 each for the children. And yes, unlimited number of kids who are below 21 years old. Galing, no? Family Armor 2 is only 265 pesos and this is for the principal and his spouse and kids. Principal is covered for 50,000, spouse for 25,000, and kids for 12,500 each. Family Armor 3 is only 295 pesos and it's for principal and the parents. Principal is covered for 50,000 and parents for 25,000 each. Family Armor 4 is only 365 pesos and this is for principal, parents, and kids. Just like Family Armor 2, coverage is 50,000 for the principal, 25,000 each for the parents, and 12,500 each for the kids. For our family, we'll first get Family Armor 2. Now remember, it doesn't just give us death and dismemberment benefits, we also have accidental and medical reimbursements. The insured age bracket is from 18 years old to 64 years old, and kids are from 0 2 weeks to 21 years old. And again, this is only being offered exclusively to Lazada members. Please read all the conditions and exclusions before buying. Okay, let's proceed. Choose your armor and click buy. Check details and click place by order. You'll then be asked for the payment method. You may choose debit card, credit card, GCash, or your Lazada wallet. I'm using my GCash, so I click that and I'll take you to GCash payment, so just follow instructions. After completion, you'll get this message. Thank you for your purchase, blah, 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 and we've sent a confirmation to your email address. So now, check your email. It'll look like this. Click activate, And now you'll be asked to fill out the form. First, your details, then your spouse details, and then your kids. Notice that for each member of the family, it's asking for a beneficiary. That's because everyone is insured. Yeah, for 265 pesos, we are insured for 50,000, 25,000, and 12,500 each for all our 5 kids. Yeah. Now you have to check your email for the proof of coverage, which is all you would need to avail of the claims if ever. It looks like this. Okay, that's it. Now you see how easy and very affordable it is to protect your loved ones. I mean, what's 265? That's just one movie ticket or one box of donuts or an order in Starbucks. But if you spend it wisely, your whole family will benefit from it. The insurance offered in Lazada are all term insurance. We have other trad insurance and VUL products that you can get as well. Just ask your Sun Life financial advisor about them. If you want to ask me, here are my details. Website is sansijoey.com. My FB personal account is joeymj or facebook.com/jmjfamily. My 2 pages are Sansi Joey and It's Time. And of course, my exclusive group for my Sun Life valued clients. So, get insured. It's time. Investing in the stock market?
Yes.
So you have stock market accounts?
Yes, I have COL and 2 Sun Life.
Wow, so you have 3?
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how much that would be in the future?
It will be more than 50 million.
Wow.
Come to It's Time Stock Market and we will teach you everything.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Doc. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time.
Canada Geese, God bless you. Congratulations. This is a great, what do you call it? A harvest for the great dedication that you have, your positivity, your teamwork, your, just being able to love from the heart. That's who you are. And I pray that you just continue to bless more people in the coming years. More awards to come, more recognition, but most of all, the greatest reward is being able to help more people. And to Joey and all the leaders of the team, God bless you. And I pray for more wisdom, more grace, more power, more passion in the coming years.
God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome my mom, Miss Joy Tayaman!
So, are you ready?
I'm JJ.
I'm Jam.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time.
There's a secret to success. Everybody hopes to find. There's a key to the world, and it's mine, all mine. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm gonna find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes. I say yes to success. I've got a blueprint for the future, brand new design. I'm playing the money game, winning all the time. There's a world of opportunity filled with possibility and dreams that I'm going to find. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes, oh, I say yes to success. I got a millionaire mind. I say yes to success. All that I can see.
All right. Hello, everyone. We're going to be starting with a prayer in the name of the Father, of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day. We thank you for the Zoom meeting. We thank you for all the participants. We pray that this knowledge that we will learn today will be used for your good and for your greater glory. All of these we ask in Jesus Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, of the Son, of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Good afternoon, everybody.
I'm Jesse.
I'm Joey.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time.
Wow.
Oh yeah. And one more time. And welcome to It's Time. Wow.
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So, every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise and experience that will help us gain more knowledge and wisdom so that at least by the end of this lockdown, we will all be filled with wisdom.
All right. To introduce our guest speaker, I believe our mom has a few words.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. So exciting. It's another Wisdom on Wednesdays. And it's very exciting today because this episode, we have one of the masters of emotional freedom technique, or EFT, or what is commonly known as tapping. And if you haven't heard of this EFT, then you're in for a big surprise. When I first learned this, 10 years ago, through one of my mentors, Joe Vitale, I thought it was also strange that just with two fingers, either or, left or right, you could actually heal ourselves. So, but if you've heard of acupuncture, you know, it works the same except without needles. And this tapping helped me over the years, especially during the time when I went into some kind of depression back in 2009 when I had a miscarriage. So of course, every mother who had experienced miscarriage, you know how hard it is to talk about it, to even discuss it. But it does feel like you also lost like a human. You know, it's the same way when you lost a loved one. But of course, since it was just inside our womb, nobody thinks that it would have that same impact like you've lost a child who's already been alive for several years. So, but it's the same. The hurt is the same. The trauma is the same. And this tapping actually helped me. This was back in 2009, and we just at that point, we just recently learned about love attraction. I think we learned the law of attraction in 2008. So 2009, when I followed all these gurus, and I was following Brad Yates already through Joe Vitale and other gurus like Nick Ortner, like a lot of them. But it was Brad Yates that I was really following all this time because he had these hundreds of YouTube videos that you could easily just follow. It's so simple. So yeah, it helped me. It helped me deal with that trauma and stress. And it was also that point when our lives changed. It was really at that point. 2009 was really like a breaking point for all of us, especially for our family, because it was then that we decided we will no longer care about what other people will think. Because I thought that when I lost a child, it was because of fear, and the fear was caused by all these people telling me na you already have like 4 children, why have another child? And it was because of that fear that I might die, because all my children were born via C-section, and that was my 5th child already. So that fear inside my head that I was carrying, and I thought that was the cause of my miscarriage. So I miscarried the baby at 3 months, and for a time I wasn't able to forgive myself. And then when I did the tapping, eventually I was able to like really come to terms with that. And then we had another baby, and that was Jamie. So when Jamie was born, it was actually a relief. And it was like God telling me that it wasn't your fault. And yeah, we were gifted with another child. So thank you for the tapping, because it did help. It did help with the trauma, with the stress, with now it, we use it for everything. Every time that we would be feeling scared, afraid, anxious, and even angry, we were able to like really get past all the hurts, just easily forgive people. Yeah, you can actually forgive because it addresses the hurts within us. So because of that, because you're able to go past all the hurts, then you're able to live your life more peacefully, more freely. And I hope that everyone who will be hearing this talk today will learn something. Now, later on, we will be led to a session. Okay, we will be led to a session by our guest speaker, and please don't just watch. I need all of you to just participate because that's actually his gift to us, that he would lead us to like at least one session with him. So when he does that, please join us because I would be echoing the words, but please do it with us. Don't just watch. Do it with us. And if if you know of anyone who you think would benefit from this, please encourage them to watch this either here on Zoom or live on Facebook. We are live on Facebook right now on my page, Sansi Joey. That's facebook.com/Sansi Joey. And I think JJ had already shared as well in other walls, right, Jay? So yeah, JJ, go ahead and introduce our speaker.
Right.
Our guest speaker is known internationally for his creative and often humorous use of emotional freedom techniques, or EFT. He is the author of the best-selling children's book, The Wizard's Wish, the co-author of the bestseller, Freedom at Your Fingertips, and a featured expert in the film, The Tapping Solution. He has also been a presenter at a number of events, including Jack Canfield's Breakthrough to Success, has done teleseminars with The Secret, Stars, Bob Doyle, and Dr. Joe Vitale, and has been heard internationally on a number of internet radio talk shows. He also has well over 900 videos on YouTube that have been viewed over 28 million times. He is a caring professional with a sincere interest in seeing people produce extraordinary results. He lives in the Sacramento area with his wonderful wife and their 2 magnificent kids.
Excellent.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Brad Yates.
Excellent. Thanks for this opportunity to share this work. So tapping, also known as EFT or emotional freedom technique, is a simple mind-body tool for clearing out uncomfortable emotions. And in fact, if you thought of it as nothing more than a stress relief technique, that alone would help explain why it's so helpful in so many areas of our lives. Because stress either causes or worsens almost all of the problems that bother us emotionally and physically. So to have this simple tool that dramatically lowers stress is so helpful in all these different areas of our lives. And it's based on acupuncture. So originally tapping was developed when a psychologist named Dr. Roger Callahan was working with a woman who had a lifelong water phobia. And he'd been working with her for about 1.5 years doing traditional psychotherapy. And she was about 40 years old, had been in therapy all of her life trying to deal with this. And after 1.5 years working with him, he could have her sitting near the swimming pool, but she had to be looking away. And even that was kind of difficult, but at least she could get near a swimming pool. That felt like progress at that point. And about this time, he was sort of expanding his horizons and was taking a course in acupressure. So acupuncture, acupressure, for thousands of years in Chinese medicine, they have said there's this flow of energy through the body along these pathways called meridians. And when this energy is flowing naturally, we experience our natural state of health and well-being, physically and emotionally. And when this energy gets stuck, then we don't feel so good. And when we don't feel good, we don't think as clearly, we don't make the best decisions, and our lives are not as happy and successful and healthy as we'd like them to be. So in traditional acupuncture, the doctor would stick needles in these key points to stimulate that healthy flow of energy. And Dr. Callahan found that just by tapping these points, so he asked this woman, on what is the physical response you have to the fear of water? And she said, well, I mostly get a knot in my stomach. And he said, okay, well, so I learned that the acupressure point for the stomach meridian is right here under the eye. Let's see what happens. And just tapped under her eye for a few moments. And she said, it's gone. And he said, what's gone? She goes, the fear. And she runs out of the house towards the swimming pool. And he runs out after her to go, stop. She goes, no, I know I don't know how to swim, because she's had this fear all of her life. But she got down by the pool and just started splashing the water and splashed water in her face and said, I don't feel any discomfort. So naturally, Dr. Callahan was thinking, isn't that interesting? Yeah. So he started experimenting with different clients and found that with different emotional issues, he had to tap in different points in different sequences. And he came up with these different algorithms for whatever was the presenting problem. And within a year, he put himself out of business because all of his clients who had been coming to him on a weekly basis were now like, hey, thanks, doc, I'm fine. So he started teaching this process, and he called it thought field therapy. And one of his first students was a gentleman named Gary Craig, who had gotten his degree in engineering at Stanford. And thinking like an engineer, he looked at all these different algorithms, and he said, well, rather than trying to figure out whether I need to tap the collarbone point and then the eyebrow point and then under the arm, there's 8 points that we're tapping. What if we just tapped them top to bottom? And he found that he got the same great results with clients just by tapping all these points in a row, because it didn't take any longer. It took less time to tap all the points in a row than it took to try to decide which points should I be tapping. Right. And it doesn't hurt to tap extra points. So he called his new streamlined version EFT, Emotional Freedom Techniques.
Okay. So that was Craig. But it was Dr. Callahan who started it all.
Who started the tapping. And it's based on a lot of work. There have been a lot of pioneers that in mind-body techniques that the stuff has built upon. But those are the two gentlemen who primarily created the tapping process that we know today.
Okay. So you mentioned the meridian points. Can you show us?
Yeah, please? Absolutely. So when we have an issue, so let's say what's bothering me is that I'm really angry at Bob. You know, Bob was such a jerk and he really ticked me off. So I would ask myself, on a scale of 0 to 10, how angry am I? Okay. You know, he was really a jerk. It's probably about an 8. And then I would ask, where in my body do I feel it most? You know, is it a tension in my shoulders? Is it a knot in my stomach? And that just gives me an idea of how I'm experiencing the issue, so that I'll know whether or not I'm resolving it. So, and the issue could be anything. It could be, you know, this anger at Bob, this stress about the report that I have due, this fear about my child's not doing well in school, this anxiety about a presentation I'm about to do, my fear about going to a job interview. So whatever it is, then we would start, we take the index and middle finger of our dominant hand, and the meridians run up and down both sides of the body. So you can actually tap with both hands on both sides. And I sometimes do this. In my videos, I just generally do it with the right hand, just for ease.
Yeah.
So we would tap on the side of the hand, and that's where we mention what the problem is. So we would say, even though I'm angry at Bob, I choose to love and accept myself. And we'd repeat that 3 times. And we're basically just saying, okay, even though I have this issue, I choose to have acceptance for myself. Because every issue we have is because we believe it's keeping us safe in some way. I like to say that self-sabotage misguided self-love. You know, if I'm really angry at Bob, it's because part of me is saying I need to protect myself against jerks. And if I'm not angry about it, I'll just let people walk all over me. If I'm overeating, it's because I feel safer comforting myself with food, and I have old memories telling me that food makes me feel better. If I am limiting my financial well-being, it's because I have beliefs about money's the root of all evil, or if I have more money, my family will be jealous and they'll be upset with me, or whatever it might be. So all the ways that we stop ourselves from having things be better in our lives, whether it's peace of mind or health or wealth, is that some part of us says it's not safe. So by making this statement of, even though I had this issue, I accept myself, it's just kind of saying, I get that part of me is trying to protect me. So I'm going to stop beating myself up for having it. So we say that 3 times, and then we go through these points. So right here at the beginning of your eyebrow, and then we'd say all this anger at Bob, all this stress, whatever the issue is. Then right here in the corner of the eye, all this anger at Bob. Right under the middle of the eye, just above the cheek, all this anger at Bob. All this anger. Right under your lower lip, just above your chin, all this anger. Right here where your collarbones just about come together, there's a little U shape at the base of your throat. You can do all of the fingers there, or I often tell folks just make a fist and tap where the collarbones come together. All this anger at Bob. Next point, about 4 inches below your armpit. It's right about bra strap level, and I'm sure even the guys can figure out where that is. All this anger at Bob. And then finally, the top of your head, and just using all of your fingertips and tapping around the crown of your head, all this anger at Bob. And then you take a deep breath. You check back in and say, okay, on a scale of 0 to 10, how angry am I? You know, how are my shoulders feeling, or wherever it was? And for some people, just doing that, their anger will go from an 8 to a 0 like that. Now, that's not common. It usually takes more time. And sometimes we might say, wow, it went down to a 7.75. It's not a lot, but if we've been at an 8 for a while, even a 7.75 feels better. And it shows us that it can be moved. And also, while we're tapping, we may still feel a lot of anger, but we may be aware of, you know what, it's not even really Bob that I'm angry at. It's Sally in the 3rd grade when she laughed at me at the end of my book report. When I had to stand up and give a book report, and Sally laughed at me, and what Bob did reminded me of what Sally did, and I still have never resolved that. And now I can tap on, even though Sally laughed at me, and I can resolve something that I've been hanging on to for decades, but still been stuck in my energy.
Oh, okay. That's the first time I heard that. So it's like things we feel now, it's like just triggers of the past hurts that we had, right?
Generally, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, where we store these memories because part of us says it's going to keep us safe. It's like, okay, well, I feel really hurt by what Sally did, and so I need to protect myself. And there's no telling how many times I've allowed that to stop myself where, you know, oh, well, I don't want people to laugh at me, so I won't give public presentations. And I may have turned down different promotions. I may have turned down possible jobs that I would have loved. I may have gone through high school and wanted to be in a play, but I didn't go to audition because I was still feeling this pain of Sally laughing at me. And for all I know, Sally wasn't even laughing at me. She may have been laughing at something that someone showed her.
Right.
Because a lot of the stuff that bothers us isn't even what happened. It's just our misconception about it.
Does stopping also heal us of our illnesses?
Well, again, if we go back to the idea that stress causes or worsens so many of our issues, there are many physical ailments that are caused by stress and certainly aggravated by stress. There's a huge component of physical pain that is stress-related. So when we have this process that lowers stress, it can take a lot of the discomfort out of physical ailments. It can help us take actions that may help us to be healthier. Because there are certain things that we could do to improve our health, sleeping better, eating a healthier diet, exercise.
Right.
But there are reasons that we stop ourselves. And so when we try to make changes in our lives, we have a stress response. part of us doesn't like change. Even if we know it's totally going to make me healthier, it's going to make me wealthier, everything in my life is going to be better. And while we're consciously saying it's going to be better, that's the 5 to 10% of our mind that's conscious. And the other 90 to 95% says, it's change. I don't care what better or worse, it doesn't matter. It's just change, and change is scary. And so we will stop ourselves from making those positive changes. Saying the tapping is based on acupuncture. We have modern research showing that it lowers stress. So what happens is a part of our brain called the amygdala is looking for threats. And when it perceives a threat, we go into fight or flight. Really helpful back 100,000 years ago when we were facing saber-toothed tigers and things like that. But now somebody might just say something uncomfortable to us. They might look at us cross-eyed, or we may just be looking at the possibility of making a change in our lives. And the amygdala says, oh, danger. And part of us goes into fight or flight. It may be very subtle, but we're still going into a stress response, and we stop ourselves. So like one of the examples is, if we're single and we want to get into a relationship, or we tell ourselves we want to be in a relationship, and we're in the grocery store, we might see an attractive stranger stand a little ways away. And our brain, this part of our brain is like a chess grandmaster, thinking 50 moves ahead. And so even before I'm consciously aware of this attractive stranger, part of my mind is going, hey, that person's cute. I could go up and say hi to that person. They might say, hey, hi back. And we might pick up a conversation, and we might actually find that we enjoy talking to each other, and we might go out on a date, and that date could lead to another date. And then 3 years later, they're going to break my heart just like the last person. And, oh, look, there's a sale in aisle 2. And I'm down in aisle 2 away from this person before I'm even consciously aware of that person. And it's brilliant, based on a misunderstanding that all people are going to break my heart. So by having a process to tap that, so we could look back and go, I could take the belief everybody breaks my heart, and I could be tapping through that and realize, yeah, not everyone breaks my heart. I have had a couple of bad relationships, or my parents got divorced, or my best friend was in a terrible relationship, or whatever it is. And so I have all of these beliefs about how relationships are dangerous. Again, how money is dangerous, how whatever is dangerous. So the amygdala is looking for clues and saying, okay, that's a dangerous situation. We need to get out of here. Maybe at a very subtle level, but I'm not even aware of the opportunities that I'm missing to be happier, healthier, wealthier. And certainly with money, this is a huge thing, because there is so much negative ideology about money. Money is the root of all evil, and rich people are greedy and all of this stuff.
Right.
So while I consciously might say, oh, I'd love to be rich, unconsciously I'm saying, I don't want to be a bad person. I don't want people to hate me. I don't want to manipulate people or whatever. So I will, at an unconscious level, just like the person in the grocery store, I might see this as an opportunity, a business opportunity. And my chess grandmaster is going down the, oh, well, that could work out, and I could make a lot of money, and I'd have to pay more taxes, or my friends would be asking for handouts. That sister of mine who's always asking for money, she'd never leave me alone. There'd be all of this stuff. Or my parents might say, oh, now you make more than we do. Well, fine, look at you. And they'll feel hurt or whatever. And so we have all of those beliefs. And so even before we're consciously aware of all that, we avoid those opportunities. And so by going in and tapping on those fears that we might have about health, wealth, relationships, all that stuff, we can clear out that stuff so that we feel comfortable looking at that, and we feel comfortable having it. And it creates so many more opportunities for our lives.
Is there like a script that we need to follow? Because a while ago you just said, was that again? You said for the karate chop. Yeah, angry at Bob's, and then I'm angry at Bob. I'm angry at Bob. It's just like that. But in all your YouTube videos, you say a lot of things.
I say all kinds of crazy things. Yeah. So the version of EFT where you just say whatever the issue is, this anger at Bob, this fear of more money, this stress, and then you just repeat that reminder phrase on each of the points. That's what's called EFT in a nutshell, the most basic version, so that anyone who's now watching this, you now could do this for yourself and help your, if you're feeling stressed or feeling angry or upset about something. Now, when I do it my way, it's more freeform. And I like to then be thinking about, okay, what are the possible causes of this upset? So it's an exploratory process for me.
Right.
So if I'm tapping on, though I'm so angry at Bob, I choose to love and accept myself, all this anger at Bob. What is it that made me so angry? Does it remind me of something else? Does it remind me of what Sally did to me in the 3rd grade? And I start exploring so that I'm, looking at all the different things that I can uncover to help create that release, to where it's like, okay, I don't have to be upset about this anymore. I don't have to be afraid of this anymore. I don't have to stop myself from taking action anymore, because I've looked at that. Because most of these upsets are based on misunderstandings. And so when I'm tapping, I like to explore that. The reason I show the very basic version of this anger is because if I just get on here and do tapping the way I do in my YouTube videos, then people will say, oh, this is a really complicated process. You have to come up with all this fancy wording and you have to say all these things. I would never know what to say. Don't worry about it. You don't have to say any of that. You can simply say the reminder phrase. You can even tap without saying anything, because this is already lowering the stress response in your body. We focus on things to say so that we're continuing to address the problem, because we might just get distracted if we're not saying anything, and then we feel better, but we haven't really resolved the issue. It's like if I'm washing my hands and I've got grease on my hands, but then I am not focusing on that and I start to notice something else in the bathroom, I might stop washing my hands even though my hands aren't completely clean yet. So the wording is designed to keep us focused on what the issue is. But when you're feeling stress, and even I'll often tap when nothing's bothering me. I tap first thing in the morning just to clear out what I call ambient stress, because there's a lot going on in the world that stresses us out. By the time we're aware that we're feeling stress, we've been feeling stress for some time.
Right.
So this is why I recommend tapping on a daily basis, because to me it's energy hygiene. We have physical hygiene. We take a shower, most of us on a daily basis. We brush our teeth. We don't wait until people are holding their noses around us and go, oh, right, I should probably take a shower. We don't wait until we can see green things growing out between our teeth and go, oh, okay, now it's time to brush my teeth. We do it preemptively. We want to have maintenance of our health. And so that's what it is for me with the tapping, because stress is always building up, just like the filth on your teeth, just like the sweat on your body. It's always building up. You want to continue to be cleaning that off. And that's what the tapping does.
How do we relate this to what's going on, like this COVID pandemic?
Yeah. So right now, with the pandemic, there is a lot of anxiety in the world.
Right.
So this is a great tool. And of course, have hand sanitizer, wash your hands.
That's true.
As soon as the pandemic really came out, the first thing they were saying is, don't touch your face. I'm like, that's what I do for a living.
I know, right?
The ambient stress that we always have is heightened, because there is a huge fear. Even if you're at home and you're not going out where anybody might be contagious, there's still this fear of, I'm going to get sick, or people I care about are going to get sick. And so this is a great tool for lowering that stress. It's like, okay, I don't need to be afraid. I need to be careful. I need to be cautious. But, it's a good idea when you're in an enclosed space with people to wear a mask. But I don't need to go, okay, well, should I put a mask on or shouldn't I? Let me see. Let me get really panicked. Let me get really afraid. Okay, now I'll put a mask on. just sometimes there's a part of us that feels like we need to be afraid in order to make good decisions. But that's just not true. When we go out and when we want to cross the street, we look both ways to make sure there's no cars coming. We don't need to say, all right, let me get myself all hyperventilated and panicked before, otherwise I'll just walk out into traffic and I won't care. We make good decisions without being afraid. So we can do the same with the pandemic. We can say, okay, there are things for me to be aware of. For people who are facing financial struggles because they're out of work because of the pandemic, being afraid about money isn't going to help it. You're not going to get paid for being afraid. So it's a matter of, okay, and what happens when we get into a fear response is the prefrontal cortex, the rational part of our mind, goes offline. Now, when we're trying to figure out how to get through a pandemic physically, with our physical well-being and our financial well-being, it's really good to have our prefrontal cortex online. We want to be thinking as clearly and rationally and creatively as possible. And fear and panic shuts that down. So the tapping not only helps us feel better and helps us relax, it helps us thrive rather than merely survive, because it allows us to look at it and go, okay, what can I do now? How do I manage my money right now? Are there other ways that I can make money right now? What are the things that I can do? Because for all of the things I need to face, getting into a fear state is not going to help. I cannot protect my finances with fear. I cannot protect my physical well-being. In fact, again, that stress response lowers our immune system. So by allowing ourselves to tap and relax, that boosts our immune system. So it not only helps us get through this with more peace of mind, but it also helps us to thrive much more effectively through it. The COVID pandemic is just one of the many things that we're facing right now. Certainly here in the United States, the issues with racism have really come to a head. And I know that has also been profound in other countries, picking up on all that, and people in different countries are more aware of that. So that's another place where we want to allow ourselves to calm down so we can think more clearly and think, how do I solve this? We can look at ourselves and say, okay, how have I been contributing to this issue? What can I do to help this issue get better? Because, racism is also a disease, and we want to be able to clear that out, because it's one of those diseases that tells us that it's not a disease. Imagine people getting coronavirus and believing, no, this shortness of breath is really cool. You should have shortness of breath too. But that's what racism is. We convince ourselves that it's a good thing, and we're missing out. So anything that we're suffering from like that, any kind of limitation, is taken away from the life that's possible for us. So allowing ourselves to use this process to calm down the stress response so that we can actually look at what are the things that are coming up, what are the thoughts and beliefs that I have. And underneath everything, all of these things tends to be fear. It's been said there's two emotions. There's love and there's fear. What doesn't feel like love is fear. Anger, sadness, guilt, shame, they all have fear underneath. Right. And that fear is experienced in our body with this stress response. So as we calm that down, we can look and say, what am I so afraid of? What is the root of this? And then I can clear that out and allow myself to live at a much higher level.
This may be a silly question, but are there any side effects?
Well, there's lots of good side effects, but yes, there are. Well, there are physical manifestations that often happen inside. I don't know if we can call it a side effect, but when we're shifting energy, there are certain physical things we experience. Like a lot of people yawn. This is the most common thing when we're tapping. A lot of people go, because the energy is shifting, and that's one of the physical manifestations. But it might come out as burping, sneezing, crying, farting. People have said shoulders start rolling. So we experience it in a number of ways. We may feel tired, and there's two. When the tiredness comes on, there's two possibilities that I've noticed. One is it can be a real emotional workout, because we may be tapping into things that we've been burying for years, right? Or that have had a lot of emotional stress. And so going through this process can be emotionally exhausting. So that may lead to the tiredness. A lot of times that will then clear and we'll feel more energized than we have in a long time. sometimes the tiredness comes on as a manifestation of resistance. There may be a part of us saying, I don't want to look at this. I don't want to change. Oh, I think I'm getting tired. I think I'll do this later. And it's, part of us is kind of just saying, run away. Don't deal with this. And so I encourage folks, you might just keep trying to tap through that and look at, am I trying to run away from something? Is there something that's scaring me at the moment? People will say, it feels a little sore sometimes, to which I'll say, don't tap so hard. It can be a very gentle tap. And if one of these places does feel sore for whatever reason, you can just gently hold or even rub the point. And a lot of people find it's very helpful even just to imagine tapping the points, just tapping in your mind. So you can experiment with that if it feels uncomfortable or if you're in a place where it doesn't feel okay to tap.
Do you recommend this to all ages, even kids?
Absolutely. I wrote, actually I have 2 children's books now because actually I have one right here. The one called The Wizard's Wish.
Okay.
A story about the magic in you, how he made the yuckies go away. Because when I was working with adults, so many of the issues that they were facing were from their childhood. I thought, man, we should really teach this to kids so that, if Sally, if I am still mad at Sally because of her laughing at me in the 3rd grade, imagine if somebody at school had said, oh, you're upset about what Sally did? Here, let's tap through that, even though Sally laughed at me. My life would be so different because of that one moment. So I wanted to write a book that was like a storybook, bedtime story kind of thing for parents.
Is that new?
To tapping. This is about 10 years old now.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been out there for a while, and you can read it online at thewizardswish.com.
Okay.
And it's on Amazon. So
okay. We'll check it out.
I've seen, I've had folks send me videos of their kids. Someone sent me their 2-year-old child because when they go on the computer to tap with me, they said their 2-year-old child, when just hearing my voice, would just start going like this.
I actually sent you a link, family video. I have 5 kids and we do that. You could watch that. It's on Facebook. But could you do lead us to one session?
I was just going to say, Joey, I think this is time for us to do a tapping.
Yeah.
Because you do so much work in the financial realm, would you like to do something around money?
We could do that, but I probably want you to do something about fear of the unknown or uncertainties, because a lot of people have become so depressed, and I think the suicide rates have gone up. So that's what I really want to help.
Absolutely. Awesome. That's awesome. That's why when the pandemic really became known, I did weekly Facebook Lives and YouTube Lives every week just to try to help folks to deal with this. Right. And I have a playlist on YouTube called Tapping Through a Crisis that we can put it's just tapwithbrad.com/crisis. And there's dozens of videos that deal with issues that people might be feeling, anxiety, fear about your health, fear about money, all kinds of things like that. So what I'll invite everyone to do is go ahead and close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath in and hold it. And let it go. And just follow your breath through your body, just breathing comfortably. Just follow your breath through your body and just allow yourself to be aware of any place in your body where you might be feeling discomfort, where you might be feeling fear, anxiety, concerns about uncertainty, about the unknown. When is this going to end? How is it going to affect us? Just allowing yourself to be aware of those things going on inside. Notice where in your body you might feel it most. Notice on a scale of 0 to 10 how strong the discomfort might be. And take another deep breath. Open your eyes. And so, Joey, if you'll be my echo voice and repeat back what I say, and then everyone else just tap where I'm tapping and repeat back what I say along with Joey. Even though I'm feeling some fear,
Even though I'm feeling some fear,
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
I choose to love and accept myself anyway.
Even though I'm feeling some fear,
Even though I'm feeling some fear,
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
I choose to love and honor myself anyway.
Even though I'm feeling some fear,
Even though I'm feeling some fear,
because there's all this uncertainty.
because there's all this uncertainty.
So many things going on now
So many things going on now
that leave me anxious,
that leave me anxious,
uncertain,
uncertain,
and afraid.
and afraid.
And even though I feel this fear,
And even though I feel this fear,
I choose to deeply and completely
I choose to deeply and completely
love, honor, and accept myself,
love, honor, and accept myself.
and maybe anyone else contributing to this,
And maybe anyone else contributing to this,
because I choose to be that free.
because I choose to be that free.
All this fear,
All this fear,
all this anxiety,
all this anxiety,
all this fear,
all this fear,
all this fear of the unknown.
all this fear of the unknown.
There's so much uncertainty right now.
There's so much uncertainty right now.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I don't know what's going to happen.
I'm not sure what's going to happen to me
I'm not sure what's going to happen to me,
or people that I care about,
for people that I care about
about the world in general.
the world in general.
There's so much uncertainty.
There's so much uncertainty.
And my programming tells me
And my programming tells me
I need to be afraid.
I need to be afraid.
When there's uncertainty,
When there's uncertainty,
part of me says,
part of me says,
fear is the appropriate response.
fear is the appropriate response.
It's uncomfortable.
It's uncomfortable.
It has all kinds of negative consequences
It has all kinds of negative consequences
and can even make things worse.
and can even make things worse.
But I'm still sure that fear is the appropriate response.
But I'm still sure that fear is the appropriate response.
And I can just look around
And I can just look around.
and everybody else is freaking out.
Everybody else is freaking out.
So apparently fear is the appropriate response.
So apparently fear is the appropriate response.
It's not going to protect my health.
It's not going to protect my health.
It's not going to help me make more money.
It's not going to help me make more money.
But still, I should be afraid.
But still, I should be afraid.
Because part of me says,
Because part of me says,
if I'm not afraid,
if I'm not afraid,
I'll be stupid.
I'll be stupid.
I'll make bad choices.
I'll make bad choices.
I'll get real close to people that I know are contagious.
I'll get real close to people that I know are contagious.
And part of me knows better than that.
Part of me knows better than that.
I can have peace of mind
I can have peace of mind
and still remember to social distance.
and still remember the social distancing.
I can let go of fear
I can let go of fear
and still stay 6 feet apart.
and still stay 6 feet apart.
I'm clearing out all this fear.
I'm clearing all this fear.
I'm allowing myself to relax.
I'm allowing myself to relax.
And I can still be smart.
I can still be smart.
In fact, as I allow myself to relax,
In fact, as I allow myself to relax,
I actually get smarter.
I actually get smarter
Because my prefrontal cortex
because my prefrontal cortex
is more engaged.
is more engaged.
And I can make better decisions.
And I can make better decisions.
I can make better choices.
I can make better choices.
And I can take better action.
And I can take better actions.
So I can take better care of my physical health.
So I can take better care of my physical health.
I can take better care of my financial health.
I can take better care of my financial health.
All these things that I've been worried about.
All these things that I've been worried about,
I'm going to find a way to figure them out.
I'm going to find a way to figure them out.
And I choose to have more faith in myself.
I choose to have more faith in myself.
My biggest fear about uncertainty
My biggest fear about uncertainty
is whether or not I can handle it.
is whether or not I can handle it.
Part of me wants to know what's going to happen
Part of me wants to know what's going to happen
so I can decide how to figure it out.
so I can decide how to figure it out.
And part of me is afraid I won't.
And part of me is afraid I won't.
And I choose to have more faith in myself.
And I choose to have more faith in myself.
I can handle what happens.
I can handle what happens.
Because I've been through tough times in my past.
Because I've been through tough times in my past.
And I have always handled it.
And I've always handled it.
Maybe not always as gracefully as I would have liked.
Maybe not always as gracefully as I would like.
But I handled it.
But I handled it.
The proof being that I'm still here.
The proof being that I'm still here.
So I choose to know that I can handle this.
So I choose to know that I can handle this.
Whatever happens.
Whatever happens.
I'm going to handle it.
I'm going to handle it.
And I'm allowing myself to relax.
Allowing myself to relax.
So I can think more clearly.
So I could think more clearly.
So I can handle things even better.
So I could handle things even better.
And then I can show other people how to do that.
And I can show other people how to do that.
Allowing myself to feel better.
Allowing myself to feel better.
Is a gift to people around me too.
It's a gift to people around me too.
So I'm allowing myself to feel better and better.
So allowing myself to feel better and better.
In body, mind, and spirit.
In body, mind, and spirit.
And take a deep breath. And then go ahead and close your eyes again. And just follow your breath through your body. And allow yourself again to be aware of how much fear or anxiety you might have been feeling. And just see if that number has come down. Again, for some folks, the number will have come down a lot. For some, it might be a little bit. And for many, if not most folks, you'll have a greater awareness of, oh, I know specifically what I'm worried about. And that might be something you can then do some more tapping on.
Okay. To end, would you like to say something to the Filipino people?
Well, I do want to say I'm looking forward to getting there at some point. I love traveling and doing live workshops. Had to cancel my events this year, unfortunately. But I have clients in the Philippines and have heard how beautiful it is there and how wonderful the people are there. So I'm looking forward to being there. In the meantime, keep spreading tapping around,
right?
Because it's so good for you. It's like when we learned more about hygiene, like when we learned about when soap was introduced and how mortality rates just changed dramatically just by introducing soap. This is a hygiene technique that can have such profound benefits for you, and the benefits that you have for yourself will benefit those people around you. Then if you can share that with them, it's like, okay, I've learned how to use soap to wash my hands. Let me give some soap to my neighbors. And you can improve so many things. You can create so many positive changes in your immediate world, in your neighborhood, in your country, and in the world at large. So allowing yourself to use it for your own benefit and share it with others, and allow that to improve your life and the lives of those around you and your whole country and the whole world. So thank you, Joy, for this opportunity to share this. And thank you to everyone who's watching this for being willing to participate in what is admittedly a little bit of a strange looking technique, but one that has so many positive benefits to it.
All right. And if they have questions, though, how do I send it to you? Via email? And would you answer them via email or?
Yeah. So if you want, you can folks can send in their questions, and we can do a Q&A at a later point. So we can have those questions, and then we'll do another video interview, and we'll just go through those questions.
All right, then.
And folks can find me at tapwithbrad.com. You can find links to all of my videos and programs and things like that. What is the organization?
Sun Life.
Yeah.
Sun Life of Canada. It's an insurance company.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because there might be, they might be interested in having, something on tapping. Because I have
Yes, please. If you have a proposal or something, I could send it to them.
I did a tapping on sales. I have a tapping program on like network marketing, but it's one of those things where, because salespeople come up against their own limitations and their fears that limit their success.
That's very true. Yes.
So
yeah, please send me anything that you'd like me to forward to right people here.
Okay.
So that we can spread this together. Thank you so much, Brad. Thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. I wish that you're here. I could ask for like an autograph or something, but this recording is already enough. I tell everybody to.
You did an hour-long video with me. Who needs an autograph?
I know, right? Thank you so much.
You have video footage that we've met. So
yeah. Okay. God bless you, Brad. I hope that we'll see each other while I'm here in the US, hopefully.
That'd be cool.
All right. Thank you once again.
My pleasure, Joey. Thank you.
We'll
Take
get
care.
in touch. You too. Okay, bye. Okay. So guys, nasan ako? Bali ko makita mo ka. Ay, ayun pala ako. Thank you, guys. You can now turn on your screen if you have questions. As you have heard, no, he said that if you have questions, you could just ask, and he will have another session with us answering your questions. So now, go ahead and answer questions. So even if you don't have questions, if you just want to engage or maybe send him a message, the thing is, he really wanted to be live with us. It's just that it's 2 a.m. in California and it's 4 a.m. here in Chicago. So it's, of course, it's a little difficult for him to do that. So, but he said that he's very willing to answer our questions. Who would like to, ask him? Did you like the, guys, sige na, mag-engage na tayo. You can turn on your cams. Would like to, say something. JJ, maybe they can already unmute themselves. Can you allow them to, Jay? Because I see a lot of chats here, but it would be nice.
Everyone can unmute themselves already, and they can
maybe
also
the BMs. Thank you, baby. Maybe the BMs. I see BM Bell. You're here, I know. Christine, I know you're here. Si Warner, I saw him too. And Miss Janet Lee, please say something to Brad so that at least he would be able to see this, because I'll be sending him the recording as well. So, dun sa mga hindi nakakaalam ng EFT, I hope that you have, learned something today and that you appreciate this kind of technique to heal ourselves. As he had mentioned, diba, this tapping is just like hygiene, just like how we take a shower, brush our teeth. It clears us of negative energy and ambient stress, things that we are not even aware of. So we do this. It actually helps. And if you have like deep emotional trauma, people who are not able to forgive of the hurts, the past hurts, if you do this, then it actually clears you of that. And from then on, you'd be able to like move forward and live in peace and harmony with a lot of people. So what is the best time to tap? Okay, so that's a question by Mercedes Ched. Okay, we'll ask him, but actually you can tap anytime. It's best to tap in the morning. It's just like your, exercise, diba? So tap, we tap in the morning, but yeah, we will ask him that so that he'll be the one to answer that for us. Who else? Please unmute your microphones if you want to. I know Zenny. Zenny, you'd like to say something ba to Mr. Brad Yates? Sige na guys, pinagmamalaki ko pa naman ng Sun Life. Ay, Christine. Hi, Christine. Can you unmute ba? You can unmute na yata on your own. Hi, yan.
Pwede naman. Hi, Joey.
Yan. Hi.
Hello. Hi, everybody.
You have question, Teen, or a message to Mr. Brad Yates?
Okay. So for me, no questions naman because I'm a believer of EFT. So I do it every morning, and it's really, but not so much on releasing because yun nga, I try to not to have any negative emotions. I really want to stay more positive and I really let go of things I cannot control. So it's one of the things I do every morning, but instead of talking of releasing, it's more of affirmation words. And I think you're also doing that, Joey, di ba?
Yes,
For
yes.
sure, yeah. So it's really more for affirmation words
Right.
to start my day bright and positive. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Kaya pala, always blooming and pretty.
Yes. Thank you so much, Brad, for the lessons today.
Okay. Thank you, Teen. Who else, guys? Who else? Come on, it's your opportunity to talk to Brad. You can actually invite him. Ang bait-bait, grabe. I was so amazed. I was so surprised, actually. You know, he's a celebrity, for me. Kasi I've been following him for years already. And then, all of a sudden, he's there. I thought all along that it would be like a staff who would discuss this with me. And yet, it was him na pala. Talagang siya pala talaga yung sumagot sa akin. And then, the meeting was actually with him already. I was so surprised. I wasn't even prepared. Kaya yung mga questions ko, my gosh, I hope that he didn't think I was... So who else, guys? Zenny, BM Bell, would you like to say something? Any questions, guys, that you'd like to ask? So that he'll have another session with us. I hope the Sun Life will have a session like this, no? Para it's parang bigger venue and more people would watch. I hope a lot of people will really learn about this kasi it really helps. It really does help. Anyone else? Andiyan pa ba si BM Bell? Or si BM Magda? Is he here? But I saw BM Ray as well. You can actually unmute your... mahiya. Or ganito na lang. Let's, if you don't have any questions anymore, guys, maybe you can turn on your videos and let's have a photo op. So we can show him. Is that okay, guys? Gallery view. Ayan. Yan. Sige, let's start turning on our video so we could show Mr. Brad. While I'm here in the US, sige, lahat na ng mga kilala ko dito. Naksa mga kilala. Like si President Trump.
Joey.
Mga kilala lang.
Joey. It's
Yes.
Zen.
Sino gusto mo, Zen?
No, and actually I just want to say thank you for for itong initiative mo. And talaga nakakatuwa because hindi lang local yung iyong guest, talagang kaya nga sabi ko magkano kaya binayad ni Joey? Anyway, this is for you pala mo rin na nakuha sa kanya, very generous guy. So but it's my first time to hear yung about this. Well, I invited a friend from my branch. Parang sila alam nila, ako hindi ko pa alam. So I really appreciate this. So the acupuncture I know, yes, but for the topping, meron palang ganito na hindi ko alam. Baka this is your secret din. So gagayahin kita.
Yes, actually, hindi na yan secret because I've been invited to a lot of branches already and we do this. This is part of our It's Time Energy. Yung It's Time Energy namin, we teach energy techniques. So, nakikita ninyo, 5 kids, so always looking young naman, di ba? And always positive. But it doesn't mean, guys, it doesn't mean that I don't have any problems, ha? Pero magaling lang tayo mag-handle, like with Christine. No? Kasi nga, we can actually beat everything, and especially, I believe that we are God's children, so being a child of God, so talagang favored child ka, no? If you have that kind of belief talaga, nothing can go against you. Like really, yun lang. I mean, if you have that kind of faith that you are a child of God and, all these things that we are experiencing, it's nothing. we have Christ has already died for our sins. So wala nang pwede pang tumalo sa atin. And other than that, of course, we do all these energy techniques like the 7-second smile in the morning, the 7-second laugh, and this tapping, all these techniques that we do. You can ask, it's mindset. The energy is just mindset, right? So it's not, not just sleep, it's not food, it's really on your mind. If you are down and beaten, you think all you have to do is just think, who are you anyway? You're a child of God. That's one. You can begin with that if you have that kind of faith. Another thing is, what can you do? What can you do to like really uplift your spirits? And that's why when you do tapping, and it's not just about releasing energy, negative energy, but also what Christine said, affirmation. I'm a child of God. I'm a child of God. God is my rescuer. God is my protector. I am loved. I am loved. I am loved. So when you do that and you affirm what you truly are, and you will have that. You will have that kind of energy. So yeah, thank you for everyone who listened. Thank you for participating. I hope that you will spread this. Now that you know this, teach your children. I've taught my children. So now all our kids, when they're getting angry, kids, right? And yung kaninang pinakita ni Brad, remember, no, I'm angry at Bob, I'm angry at Bob. And then all of a sudden he remembered, oh, the reason why I'm angry at Bob was because, back in grade 3, Sally, he was hurt by Sally. So when you do this, it brings out the past hurts. And that happens when we were children. So all the hurts, the trauma, the drama that we have as adults, when you think about it, it's probably because in the past, when we were kids, we experienced that we were unloved, we were hated, we experienced all these hurts that we brought along to adulthood, and we were never able to address it until now when we are like tapping all these points, meridian points, and they're connected in our body. So that's it. When we do this, it releases something and it gives you like that kind of positive energy. Ang galing, di ba? So libre na magpagamot. Wala nang doktor. Totoo yan. And guys, like I told you, di ba, I'm here in Chicago because my mom was COVID positive. So hindi mo yan makikita sa post ko on Facebook na nagdadrama-drama ako. And yet it was really, the fear was really real for me. Nagpaalam na ako talaga sa kids ko and sa family ko na kasi nga yung fear, no, we didn't know talaga na COVID pala is just a virus. Now I realize it's just a virus. It's nothing to fear really. Ang gagawin mo lang, like my mom is a senior and she was able to survive it. I mean, direct contact with her every single day. And then now, ang lakas-lakas na niya. Sabi ko, oh my God, Mom, we have to tell the story na not a lot of people know that this COVID, we can beat it. A lot of people think na, oh my God, magkakasakit ako. Now I know, hindi na ako magkakasakit. And even if I have the COVID, all I have to do is just strengthen my immune system, loads of vitamin C, and the inhalation, the suob that she did. Everything that she did was just like natural. There was no medicine, no drugs. And of course, we did that. Of course, we prayed. And ayun yung talaga, miracle yun. So of course, we prayed and we did everything that we could do. Pero the fear was real. I really didn't want to go out. I didn't want to like really, hold the cards when we were going out. Talagang diring-diri ka, no? But now I know it's just in our mind. And we can beat COVID. We can tell everyone in the Philippines, you can go out, as long as you are taking care of yourselves, washing your hands, having your mask, and doing the social distancing. If you are very cautious naman, you will never get it. You'll never get it. And if you do, all you have to do is just like what we do when we have flu. Just like what, it's just a virus. God is bigger than a virus. So yeah, this fear that we have, sometimes hindi natin ma-explain why. Pero yan, wag na tayong matakot, tayong mga Pilipino, wag na tayong matakot. And now, we have brought this in the Philippines. Now, mas marami nang nakakaalam. I hope that you will spread it in your own family, in your own clans, para everyone will just practice it, diba? Ang saya. Masaya na we're able to do this, libre. Holistic healing talaga tayo. Ako, I don't believe in drugs. But of course, pag kailangan talaga magpa-doktor, magpapa-doktor. Pero if we can help it, then just do natural way of healing. And this is one of it. So anyone else? I see Miss Liza. Would you like to say something, Miss Liza? To Brad?
Hi. Oh yeah, hi Brad. You're my crush actually.
Ikaw pala yun.
Yeah, it's me. Yeah, EFT was introduced by my BM, Miss Belle Borromeo. And you can find it in YouTube. And at nandito si Emily yan, one of my advisors. We do it once in a while before during the unit meeting. And you know what? It's one of my tool when I was dreaming of to be an MDRT. As in tapping lang na I am an MDRT. I am an MDRT while driving in the traffic, di ba? Parang ganun kala, parang aside from doing actions to be an MDRT, do the EFT also, parang I think it could help. It really helped me. And then one time also I have a friend who had a anxiety, depression because of menopause. So I introduced her the EFT, and that's one of the cure yata naka-help to her to stop the anxiety. So this is real. Thank you, Joey. Thank you, Brad. You're my crush.
Ang galing naman. Wow, thank you, Liza. How about Emily? Would you like to share something? Since nag-session ka na rin lang. Ginamit mo din ba as MDRT? Magawa nga yan, guys. Oh, alam na natin na for this year. Oh, MDRT na. Emily, yes. Hindi mo ma-unmute? Yes.
Hello?
Hi.
Hello? Hi, hello. Thank you, Brad. Thank you, Joey. Yeah, like Lisa said, we've been doing this during our unit meetings. And well, I tried it one time to lower my blood pressure, and it worked. Yeah, so yeah, we've been do it once in a while. But well, I attended this so that I could review it and start doing it again. Thank you again.
All right. You could actually follow Brad. Ang dami niya doon how to heal anger if you're feeling anxious. Basta ang dami. About money, when I'm doing the It's Time Energy, I do the money thing, to, paano ba yun? Parang release yung mga doubts natin about money. Yun. Anyone else, guys, before we end?
Joey, may I add?
Yes.
Very nice yung miracles, tapping for miracles. When you really want something and parang wala ka ng choice but to ask for miracles, aside from praying, of course, it would help.
Okay. Thank you. Matry nga yan. So guys, now, dami nyo na naririnig na mga, we could actually, alam nyo, tayong mga may alam nito, we could do this and do like a Facebook Live to help our kababayan. Ayun talaga yung gusto ko kasi ang dami talagang takot, 'di ba? And this would help, lalo na yung mga mahihirap, wala namang pambili ng gamot, baka ma-treat nila yung mga illnesses nila with just tapping. I mean, it looks funny, it looks silly, nagagaganyan. Alam mo, ako nakakatuwa pag every time, yung lalo na pag galit na galit, diba minsan may sobra kang galit and you don't want yung negative energy na nandyan, pero you just do like this. Sobra mong galit, napapatap ka ng mahigpit, parang minsan bugbog na yung mukha ko kagad. Kasi galit ka But it does release the anger. So it helps, na nakapapatawad mo agad yung mga ibang tao na nakakagalit sa'yo. Yan. So, once again, guys, thank you so much. I will tell Brad na, Brad, parang barkada lang. Tapos si Donald na yung susunod. Abangan nyo. How about Arliza? Si Arliza is also doing the tapping, I guess. Would you like to say something to Mr. Brad Yates? I know that you like him too.
Fangirling here, ma'am. Thank you very much, Brad and Miss Joey, for the opportunity to introduce tapping here in the Philippines. Sobrang makakatulong talaga siya. Like sa amin, lalo na yung mga average people na wala pang nakakaalam. So,
Yes.
nakakatuwa na na na-introduce siya ng kaunti-unti. Ito, na share siya sa Facebook, di ba po? So, makikita ng mga mas maraming Filipino. And I'm sure na, kasi kung sa ibang bansa, di ba, parang hindi nila masyadong papansin kasi English yung nagsasalita. So, dito naman, since makikita nila na Taglish, so parang mas maengganyo sila, parang curious sila kung ano yung ginagawa. So, this is a good start for us. Yan lang po.
Oo nga. Gawin nga natin, no, Liza, Emily, we could do like a Taglish or parang Tagalog version. Kasi nga, minsan, di ba, kasi English, ako nga, alam mo, syempre, inedit ko na yun, no? Nabubulol-bulol nga ako doon sa mga sinasabi niya, lalo na yung 6, ano ba yun? Nabulol na ako doon, sabi ko, ang bilis niya. Tapos natawa rin naman siya, sabi niya, no, parang tongue twister din yung sinabi niya. Hi, say yes, Miss Judith, you want to say something?
Yes, good afternoon, everyone. My God, I don't want to miss the chance to say thank you so much to Brad for this session. Actually, feeling close na kami, no? to Sir Brad. It was really a very helpful session. And it's very timely because my sister-in-law, who is now in the US, just messaged me and asked me to pray for her because she's kind of worried and suffering like anxiety attacks or something. So we just pray over her, and I think this one is gonna help her. So I will be sharing the link with her. And also, Miss Joey, I'm very thankful too, because my nephew naman, we got sad news that he was COVID positive and staying at home, and it gives me a big relief on what I heard from you. Na suuban lang, or So I'll be messaging you to probably and ask for some information. Thank you so much. God bless you, Brad. God bless your heart. And Miss Joey, God bless you. You inspire a lot of us. And kay Dr. Rhea ko sa Dragonwood. And I'm always excited for Wednesday to watch. Wow. I love your kids. My God, they're so smart and so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing your time and your family with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Miss Judith. Oh, homeschooled lahat yon. So yung mga nakikinig, yung mga young kids dyan, ako, gayahin nyo na, mag-homeschool na.
Galing.
Homeschooling na lang tayo lahat. Kasi kami, talagang very non-conformist kami, as you would notice. So homeschooling kami, and we don't care about what people will say. Basta ako, makatulong, yun lang yung ginagawa ko. And yeah, meron akong ginawang page, yung Surviving COVID-19. Doon ko nilagay yung mga nakikita kong posts on what the survivors did. Kasi when I heard about my mom having COVID, and she's a senior and she was living here alone in the US, and there were no flights. Talagang we were so scared that she will die alone here in the US, and I couldn't even get to her, and I'm an only child. Can you imagine the trauma, the stress? We were just crying, and if you have that kind of situation, wala ka na ibang magagawa kundi just lift it up to God. Right? Talagang yun lang eh. Anong gagawin natin? Magingiyak ka dyan, walang mangyayari. So talagang pinag-pray lang namin siya. And of course, I search online, on YouTube, o kahit saan yan, kung ano yung mga ginawa nila. Yeah. And may narinig ako yung tea, malunggay tea, and malunggay tea and kamyas tea. And it's natural yung talagang dahon ng malunggay na pinatuyo at dahon ng kamyas na pinatuyo, tas ginawang tea. So yun ang sinabi ko kay mama, buti na lang meron siyang kamyas at malunggay dito. And then the suob, narinig namin yung suob inhalation. So she did that and gumaling talaga siya. So that was like 1 month before I even came over. Pero ako, when I came over, I was still so afraid na magkakaroon ako kasi direct contact and hindi pa siya nagpaparitest at that time. So I was thinking, oh my God, I would have COVID. So parang alam ko na sa sarili ko, I would have it. So nagpaalam na ako sa pamilya ko, if ever man, I have my insurance already. So that's the beauty of, at least makampante ako na they will have something when I die, if I die. Ganun, no? Diba? Kasi insurance agent tayo eh. We discussed that with our clients. So dapat tayo prepared din. Pero I was crying at the airport. Talagang sabi ko, oh my God, if this parang yun, nagtago ka for 3 months in your house, tapos all of a sudden, yung nanay mo sa US, kailangan ka na pumunta kasi COVID siya. So direct contact. So yun, and then when I came here, and then yun, nagpa-retest siya after a few days when I came, nag-negative na siya. And then nung lumalabas kami, I was still so scared. Pero alam mo, na-remember ko na lang na, teka, ba't ba ako natatakot? Nanay ko nga nakasurvive, ako pa, mas bata ako. Right? So yung fear na yan, nasa isip natin. And we can release it by tapping. That's one. And of course, we just have to do the natural methods. Now, so pag hindi talaga makahinga, yun na yun, dali na natin sa ospital. Pero she was just home quarantined. Hindi siya pumunta sa hospital. Kasi gano'n naman sila, di ba? I think, it's like propaganda. I don't know ha. Parang feeling ko propaganda yan. They're really scaring us so that when the vaccine comes out, sorry na lang dun sa mga pro-vaccine, but I'm really against vaccine, especially for the new vaccines. Kasi wala pa yung proof, di ba? Try pa lang. So human trial tayo kung merong darating na vaccine. And my kids have never been vaccinated except for the panganay. Kasi we are against it already. Kasi may mga fetal, alam niyo na yon, di ba? If you are really researching about it. Kasi kami talaga, we really practice yung natural healing, holistic healing. Our bodies are intelligent. We are intelligent beings. We are created in the image and likeness of God. Tayo yan. So I believe in the intelligence of our human body. So if you follow Dr. Bruce Lipton, isa yan sa gusto kong i-guess, no? So hopefully I could guess all these experts in this field para talagang maturuan tayo, lalo na tayong nasa third world country, because in the Western world, talagang practice na yan. I mean, I've heard about this because we lived in Canada for 6 years. So in 2008, napanood ko na yung movie na Tapping. So I've known about this for some time. Pero sa Pilipinas, gulat ako kasi konti pa lang yung nakakaalam. And every time that I would do like It's Time energy session in the branches, first time nilang narinig yung Ho'oponopono. You know that? Yung Ho'oponopono. First time nilang narinig yung, what do you call this? Yung, oh my God, I forgot. Basta yung EFT, Ho'oponopono, and I forgot the other one. Pero marami akong alam na gusto kong ituro. Siyempre, ako lang yan. Mag-isa lang ako. So hopefully yung mga ibang may alam like Miss Liza, if we can do like a session for the Filipinos para Tagalog, di ba? Mas maintindihan ng mga common tao. Kasi nga medyo may nakakabulol din yung English kasi. Kahit ako nabubulol ako. So yeah, we can help more Filipinos by introducing this to them. Buti na lang nasa social media na. Yes, ma'am.
Excuse me, Miss Joey, sino yung sinabi mo kaninang isang expert? Lipton?
Bruce Lipton.
Bruce Lipton.
You follow him. Yun ang magandang story kasi he was able to parang recreate ulit yung yung sa back. Ano ba tawag doon sa back?
Spine?
Spine.
Wow.
Durog na yon. But in his mind, he was able to do that in 6 months' time. So you read his story. Bruce Lipton, you follow him on YouTube. Joe Vitale as well. Yan yung mga pina-follow ko talaga. So it's okay.
Galing.
Basta magaling.
Mind talaga, no?
Yeah, the mind is
the mind over matter.
Our mind is really powerful. I believe in that. Kasi nga, we are created in the image and likeness of God. Lagi ako nandun, always going back to who do you think you are? And who do you think your God is? If your God is, the kind of God who punishes you when you're doing something sinful, then that's the kind of God. Pero hindi talaga siya yun. It's your belief on who God is. I believe that God is all-knowing and all-loving. And syempre, kung galing ako sa kanya, may genes niya ako. So, di ba, meron din tayong kind of that power. Pero hindi naman to the extent na you think that you are God yourself. Di ba? Pero you acknowledge that you have that divinity in you as well. Amen. And because of that divinity, you're able to really become the hands and feet of God here on earth. tayo rin naman yun yung tutulong di ba? Kasi wala nga siya rito, pero tayo yung nilikha niya para tumulong sa kapareho natin.
Amen to that. Yes, amen.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, really,
Thank
really.
you. Thank you.
For participating. God bless everyone.
God bless you.
everyone.
Bye-bye.
I'm JJ.
I'm JM.
I'm Jack. I'm Jake.
And I'm Jamie.
And welcome to It's Time Wow!
Wisdom on Wednesdays.
Your weekly dose of wisdom.
So every Wednesday, we will invite wisdom-filled individuals to share with us their expertise, competence, and experience that will help us gain more success, knowledge, and wisdom.
So get your fill of wisdom every Wednesday. It's time.